Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. That was the completely wrong one. Oh, doesn't matter. Okay, let's try this thing. Timer. Let's see. Okay, timer should be on. It's counting. Whew. Okay. So, good morning, Dennis. Awesome to have you back. So now I've returned from a week of hiatus, missing in action in the 30-minute warm-up time. But everything is back to normal. Is the microphone, everything good, Dennis? Is it? I'm hoping everything is as is. Right. So I was at this workshop called IFCC, International Festival of Creative Communication. It was so much fun. A lot of things to think about, like coming home, listening to stories and people's theories, and man, it was awesome. I had a lecture there. Um, I think there were this year was around 300 people. I had a lecture about character theory, character design theory rather. Um, it's really good. I think the best lecture so far I've had. I took an old one I had from last year that I did at IW Industry Workshops, and I improved it significantly. Added twice the amount of frames. I'd say forced into the script. Um, I just, said screw it, and just didn't stop looking at the notes completely, and we're talking. It was really good, really good. I was really pleased with how it went. I even got like an applause break in the lecture. Oh, it's hilarious. I did this. I did the theory for a little bit over an hour, and like 120 maybe. And then I had talked to the sound guy that I would possibly need his music. So I took his music. Well, he turned it on. I said, like, okay, I'm done with the theory. The lesson is over per se. I'll do just some sketching, like I do here, the warm up. Um, Feel free to talk, go away, grab another lecture. It was, 40 minutes left or something. I told them I'll just paint a little bit, answer questions, show some tricks. A lot of people stayed around. I just did some monster head. But obviously, I couldn't do that much because I was talking and showing tricks at the same time. So it like wasn't that smooth, right? But um, I mean, the end result was amazing, because I was tutorialing more or less. Anyways, I did this monster, and someone shouted, "Give him a Donald Trump wig." So I said, "All right." So I started, like blocking in a wig and so on, and I felt like, nah, it's not. I was like, no, it's not right. It's like, so just free transformed it and skewed it like straight out to the side, and everyone just kind of lost it and started applauding, and I just couldn't do anything. I just had to just stand there and take in the applause and screams. It was perfect. It became the perfect Donald Trump hairdo, and how can you follow up on that? So close to after that, I just said, okay, it's over, and I think I had like 20 minutes to spare or something. But yeah, it was fun. And a lot of people came up afterwards and said like it was the best lecture of the whole workshop, which was pretty fucking awesome to hear. Made me super happy. Yeah, then it's IFCC is a full week. Um, I went there Sunday to Sunday. So many people. Great to meet a lot of my former students. I think there was like 8 of them there in total. It's really cool. And the guy that's taken over my CGMA class was there too, doing a lecture. So awesome. Great to meet him too. This guy called Marco Neeler. Huge black guy. I knew he was like big, but he was like a walking like rectangle. It was massive. Completely dwarfed me. Really nice guy. Hey, thanks, Julia. I'm assuming that's Julia Num. Julia Num. Thanks. Glad you liked it. Yeah, I was super happy. I was really like I called my wife afterwards, and I was super happy. It all went the way it should. And I also a funny little thing. I put it up on the YouTube archive here. I did a greeting to my son after the lecture. I told everyone, that I'll first just kind of talk to my boy, and then I'll turn around, and I asked if everybody could cheer, as loudly as they could, and they did it, of course. I mean, love them, love the crowd. It was amazing, and they are like, yeah, played with their arms and screamed, and I showed it to my boy the day after in the morning, and he like started crying. He was so proud and had to like turn away from the webcam, and I was like, oh boy. And he was like, was it all for me? I was like, yeah, it was all for you. They were saying hi to you. And he was like, oh. We could see like a tear running down his cheek. I was like, oh. He loved it. But right. So anyways, back to business, back to standard every morning breakfast warm-up. So the schedule is back. I probably lost a lot of viewers due to not being active for a week, but I'm hoping that they'll realize the madness of not coming to my morning stream, and hopefully they'll be back. Oh, and another fun thing. So at all these workshops, right? They have a Wacom sponsor table, or showcase table. They put up some new devices, and you can go and try them out. So I thought, like, screw it. I'm just gonna do a speed painting. So I was sitting in speed painting, and one of the Wacom guys, he was like, "You were here last year, weren't you?" And I said, "Yeah." And he said, "Oh, you did some sort of tiger monster." I was like, "Yeah, that's right." And apparently they had like been looking at it and remembered me from a year ago, and And when they packed it all up at the end of the festival, I I went up and said, "Oh, could I have a copy of it? Because I would like to put it online, though, the one I painted there this year." And he was like, "Yeah, which name is it? Can we use it?" So I don't know what they'll be using that for, but they wanted it. Oh, cool. I'm fine with that. As long as they mention me, I'm cool. So naturally, I'm pumped to be back at work. Uh, Gonna be fun to dig in some client work, talk to my awesome artists at the studio. You know, hopefully they didn't explode. But yeah, Daniel, the industry workshops guy, and he's also an artist at the studio. He uh, he came to the workshop as well as the boss of Opus Arts, Chi. He came around as well for half the week. We kind of hung out, talked, even though at workshops you're always all over the place and there's no real time to kick back, But I had some good talks with Daniel, really fun, and some the other guys from industry workshops were there too, Richard and Levy. Levy actually did a talk there. I like the guy. He's really technical. He knows what he's doing. The artists, nah. My boss was there, not there first half of the week, uh, kind of keeping tabs on them, and of course there's a studio manager uh, for his wife's company. They're at the same place, and his wife is around, and they can't be they can't be fucking around too much. Um, Anyways, then he returned, of course. But yeah, I think gonna do my lecture maybe as a downloadable uh, for free. I'm thinking of re-recording the lecture just so you have audio with the slides. Um, but my worries with that is like if I would release it, maybe no one wants to take my class. Like reducing the. But maybe just need to add like a clause, not a clause, but a prefix stating, like this is a lecture version of the course. I don't know. I'll think about it. But how has everyone been doing? Julia, Num, we're safe trip back. Hey, good morning, Andy Nolan, or is it good evening for you? Well, regardless, nice to have you here, buddy. I'm back. I'm back with my morning warm-ups, having some fun. We have been rethinking procedures and pumped to be back at work. Oh yeah, oh yeah. And of course, be home with my family, my wife, kids. Oh yeah, cat not so much. Didn't hear me. No, I like my cat, but I'm like at the foundation, I'm not a cat person. I'm way more dog. Might get a dog later. I dig dogs. For me, dogs are more have more like situational awareness. Oh, awesome, Andy. London. Yeah, IFCC was amazing. Such a great workshop, great people, great lecturers. I finally got to meet Marko Djurdjevic again after many, many years of just meeting each other, I think over 10 years ago, and talked at that point, and then he's done his business on internet. We haven't really connected, and at IFCC now we're able to sit down, have coffee, talks. We had hotel rooms at the same hotel, so we shared morning coffees and together with Adrian Smith. It was really good, really good. Adrian Smith is such a cool guy, super laid back. Well, Marco is as well. Yeah, Adrian Smith, man, he's a beast. Love his art. I've always looked at it and thought, like, how can I reach that style? I want that. But every time I try it, obviously I can't because it's his domain, right? But I've always been a huge fan of it. I think there's definitely something to be kind of pursued in there. If you look at his way of using like gritty textures and stuff for illustration, that's amazing. He's a good, he's a extremely skilled guy. Undeniable. Yeah, Adrian Smith is super cool. Really relaxed. Older guy, but yeah, he does not like to be in the limelight. Uh, he'd rather do his stuff and not be swamped by people. But yeah, he was there. He made it there regardless. He did as much as his energy allowed. Without being too crowded. But yeah, really cool stuff. Yeah, he's awesome. My talk went amazing. Super happy. The best one yet. Like really proud of how it went, and a lot of people saying it was like the best one at the workshop. So naturally, I'm like pumped with all those huge names there. They all are dominating their domains and being told that it's one of the best ones. So you get pumped. But my talk was very theory heavy. I only painted at the end as a bonus rather than a part of the lecture. You know. But yeah, I'm very happy that all the people listening in were pleased with it. But secretly want THU to invite me, you know, so I can go to THU. I've never been to THU, and for some odd reason, I have stopped going to workshops other if I'm not an instructor. Um, Mostly because, for me, maybe it feels more like I'm not being a dad or going to workshops. So one thing that makes me go to a workshop is, okay, I will go and teach, so that it makes my conscience better. That I actually it's for a purpose to help rather than kind of glide around. I don't know. It's my stupid brain. Yeah, Andy, you should ask. You should have told me to ask him because he was around. You know, he was there. Could have easily just said, "Yo, where's the books, yo?" Nah, man, he's good. He's good. AJ is a great public speaker. He definitely has that down. I'm already invited to lecture at IFCC next year. I was more or less insta invited as soon as I stepped off the stage by Marco. Um, so next year I'll probably bring my wife, and you know. Yeah. So industry workshops. Not sure yet if I'm going. We'll see. You know, all these lectures are done for free from my end. So in general, you know, I'm really happy. You know, like the workshops are paying for trip and place to stay. You know, otherwise, you know, you could claim like, oh, also like a lecture rate. You know, but I've yet to charge for that. I've always done, you know, for free. Well, it's not for free. You know, I have to take vacation. Uh, so I'm actually paying for it in that sense, you know, with vacation days. But yeah, it's fun. I like it. And yeah, well, there was a CGMA class, but I took it down. I haven't done the gum roads. For me, in a way, it's like I've I've tried a little bit, but judging by the amount of, let's say, hits on YouTube and so on with the movies I have, I don't know if you know, if I would put in a lot of effort in making them, would people actually care enough? Um, I mean, I would love to do the character design lecture, but I did a variation of it last year. Um, but I did a version 2.0 at IFCC this year. Um, but I don't know if you guys have any suggestions of lecture. But yeah. But my character design lecture at IFCC it went really well. But also, like I don't know if you missed the start, Andy, but like a fourth into the lecture, I just skipped the notes completely and just went on recollection, and you know, I didn't went just went perfect. So I'm very happy. Okay, time was starting to run out. I'm repainting the same thing too much. Time to get things moving faster. Pop the contrast up perhaps. Yeah, that turned out pretty cool. Well, you know, very good. Just to kind of clarify, like last year at IW was they paid for the flight, and I got a place to crash uh, at one of the organizers. But yeah, I'm just very happy about it. You know, I got it all dealt with in that sense. You know, but I'm starting to be an old man. You know, 36-year-old, not old man per se, but you know, like first year at IFCC, I got a hostel, a shared hostel room. I didn't mind, but you know, I've done that part of my life of having fun in a hostel. I just want to, have a have a calm place to kick back in, rather than wooty woos and drink to 5 in the morning. Ancient, yeah, I'm super ancient. Ah, thanks, Juliana. Glad that. Good. I'm not saying I'm old. I'm just saying I'm not, 20 something anymore where I enjoyed being in a hostel with a bunch of other 20 years olds and drink until 5 in the morning and then have a vodka breakfast. You reprioritize sometimes. you know. I don't mind. I'm just saying I've done that. If I would go somewhere to another country, I would prefer, place, temporary place of my own. You know. So I can shut off. Man, I sound like an old fart. But hopefully you understand. You know? Like I enjoyed having the luxury of, being oversaturated of a workshop by talking to hundreds of people with portfolio reviews and could you look at my stuff? Of course I do it. I love it. But when you have that much attention, you really need your own oasis, where you can just, oh, I don't need to talk to anyone. I can do what I want. Uh, Tomorrow morning is going to be, uh, full of people wanting your feedback. I'm all, don't get me wrong, I'm all for it. That's the reason why I'm at a workshop as an instructor. But I also like the ability to not be an instructor and just fart in bed. Not literally, but you know, you get it. You get it. I don't need to explain myself. Right? It's not weird, is it? Not really, Andy. But you know, I need my Tiger Balm uh, for my sore joints. My 57 pills I take every morning. Uh, no, not that bad. But it's taxing. It's super taxing. Looking at portfolios all day. just talking about them, for 20 minutes per person. And then there's the 500, well, not the 500, but 200 more people eagerly waiting for their turn. But it's cool. It's not that I'm complaining. It's just you need to be able to switch off from that as well. Oh no! Time's running out. Oh shit! Alright. Put some. Whoa. Not to put that there. But. Punch those eyes a bit. But anyways, I'm back in business. Back a normal warm-up. It's gonna be good. You think? Is it? Whoa. Is it a hard sci-fi palette? I only do Brad Wright palettes. I think all other palettes are below me. Me and him are like the best. Anyways, I'm stupid. But yeah, it is very Brad Wright. You're correct. He's very good. Definitely very good. Alright, time's up. See you all, you wonderful people, tomorrow morning. Woo! Okay. Back to every morning stream now. I'm back from IFCC. Yep, back to everything, back to normal. Bye guys, girls, thanks for coming. See you tomorrow morning.